Well, I'm going to sit here with my eyes closed, but you're certainly welcome to sit with your eyes opened or closed, um, and find a comfortable position for your body that at least allows the back and the neck and the head to be aligned. You can feel free to use the back of the chair or not. If you're on the floor, then of course you're holding yourself up if you're sitting. And maybe taking a few moments to simply become attentive to the actuality of sitting here, or if you're standing, of standing here. So not just the thought of course I'm sitting or standing, but maybe noticing the feeling of the feet against the floor, or your hands resting in your lap, or folded together, or on your knees, or thighs. The feeling of the buttocks against the cushion or the chair. Perhaps the feeling of the air on your hands or face. The sense of being supported either by a chair or by the floor. So that we're actually exploring the embodied sense of knowing sitting here as sensation in the body. That can be known because it's felt. And in a similar way, if you care to, noticing the feeling of the breath in the body, the sensations in the body associated with the breath coming in on an inhalation and the breath leaving on an exhalation. So, by example, you might notice the sensation of the belly filling or collapsing back towards the spine on the exhalation. Or you might notice some gentle movement in the chest, or sensation of coolness or warmth at the nostrils. Or maybe a more generalized whole body sense of feeling the bodily reality of an inhalation and the bodily reality of an exhalation. So finding a locale in the body where the feelings of the breath coming and going are accessible to you. No need to try and change or manipulate or improve the breath in any way. It's been taking care of you all of your life. Instead, simply becoming aware of what is actually already here in the realm of sensations in the body associated with breathing. You probably notice that sometimes the breath feels coarse, or other times more fine, other times short or long. However it is, the knowing, the awareness of breathing is enough. And of course that's so as well if you care to expand the field of awareness to include What's happening in the mind, in the realm of thought and emotions, the realms of thoughts and emotions. And again, this is not an invitation to start generating a lot of thinking. This just happens on its own, just the way the breath happens on its own. But we can actually become aware of what's on the mind, what's in the mind, without needing to change it or try and make the mind go blank or substitute thoughts. You might notice that you can be attentive to the thinking process as if each thought is an event, has a beginning, a middle, and end. Same with emotions. They arise, they are like eddies in a stream. They last for a little while, they dissipate. Some linger longer than others. They're like weather patterns. They can be seen, felt, known, without necessarily having to operate on them, without judging yourself for them. And of course, you might notice as well that even with the best of intentions, the mind wanders away, starts to think about lunch, or begins to analyze a particular thought. Or so when you notice that without self-condemnation, you honor that drifting, that movement away. See it for what it is, and then with a certain kind of resolve, returning to this present moment, to maybe even the breath or the sensations in the body as a way of anchoring yourself in the present moment, and then once again opening up to what's here to be known in the realm of thought and emotion. Seen, observed. Outside of our usual analysis and discursive thinking. And if you care to, we've been choosing these objects like the feeling of sitting in the body, feeling of the breath in the body, the awareness of thought and emotion as choices of objects of attention that we have chosen. We could actually abandon the choosing. The selection process, which is also a kind of sensory process often. That's conditioned. And simply sit with what is sometimes called choiceless awareness or open presence. If a thought arises, then noticing that, or sensation in the body emerges, noticing that. But not holding firm to any single object of attention. Being the awareness. Spacious, unbounded. without a center, without a periphery. And resting here, you might see, feel, know that this is none other than what we often call the human heart. And I don't mean the organ that pumps blood, and although that's an extraordinary organ, but the heart, there's 400 words for the heart in Chinese, and in our own English language, there are hundreds of allusions in our lexicon to the heart: soft-hearted, broken-hearted, open-hearted, cold-hearted, hard-hearted, warm-hearted, kind-hearted. Just goes on, because we know something about this, something that can't be seen, but can be felt and known. So, if you care to, resting here in the heart, no periphery, no center. Takes it all, holds it all, infinitely expandable. Always available. And if you care to, if your eyes have been closed, allowing the eyes to gently open and